Hi guys. So just to boost our understanding of sets and set notation, I just wanted to do a quick video and go through some simple questions with you guys. Okay? So let's not waste time, we could start right now. So these are a couple of multiple choice questions, right? So let's take a look at number 1, part A. This is A intersect B, right? The N is intersect. So intersect means what is common in A and B only. So they need to belong to both A and B. Okay? And that is what we have here. Now belonging to A or B or both, that is actually union. Okay? Union is everything in A and everything in B. Okay? So let's take a look at part B. This A with the apostrophe, if you remember, is A prime. A prime simply means everything that is not in A. And this symbol here is union. And then we have B. So A prime union B means everything that is in B and everything that is not in A. So not a member of A, right? But a member of B. That is correct. A prime union B. Now here's an example with numbers. So if A is even numbers more than 0, so even numbers more than 0, obviously 2, 4, 6, 8 go down the road, right? And now B is prime numbers. They're asking for A intersect B. And remember from the first thing, A intersect B is everything that is in A and B. Now B, prime numbers. So if we start off prime numbers, right? We have 2 is the first prime number, then we have 3, well 1 really, 3, then we have 5, 7, etc. Now if you realize 2 is the only prime number that is even. No matter how far down we go, 2 is the only even prime number. Now this is B, right? Now A is even numbers more than 0. So A, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 go down the road, right? So as you can see, 2 is the only number that belongs to both of them. Therefore the answer will be the set of 2. Okay? So let's go again. Let's do some Venn diagrams. So look at this Venn diagram here. A and B, and we have some numbers. We also have this weird symbol here. That symbol simply refers to, you'll see them in every single Venn diagram, right? It's not really a number, it's a symbol. And that is just showing you the universal set, okay? And it's showing you that the universal set is empty all over. Okay? So no need to worry about that symbol. So the first question, which values are described by A prime? I love these A primes in this paper, boy. So as you remember, A prime is everything that is not in A. So to get the stuff that is not in A, let's take a look at what is in A. So this is A, this is the circle for A. All of these things are in A. Okay? So that means all of these values are out of this question. So the values that are not in A, 1, 49, 9, 25. That is all. Okay? Which values are described by A intersect B? So let me erase all these markings here so we can go back to the question. A intersect B, as you remember, is everything that is in A that is common with B. So only the stuff that A has that B also has. And on a Venn diagram, that is this area here that the circles meet. Okay? Only this area. So we have 16, 36, and 4. Finally, we have A union B. A union B is everything that is in A and everything that is in B. Okay? No matter if they have different values. So that's actually all of these things here. Everything that is in A and B, all of this. So I'm not going to write out all those numbers, okay? It's just all the numbers. A union B, everything common to A and B. So let's move on. We'll skip that question for now because we can't actually do those algebra questions just yet. So on the Venn diagram below, shade the region represented by B prime. Again, B prime is everything that is not in B. So let's get B first. B is this circle here. So everything that is not in B is all over the place except that circle. Okay, all of that is B prime. Now we can't leave the circle in the answer, okay? So that is how we shade B prime. Now we get a little more complicated. A intersect B prime. That's a little harder to understand on a simple Venn diagram, right? But remember, B prime was all of these things here, everything. Now A intersect B prime simply means everything that is in A that is also common with B prime, okay? So therefore, let's take a look at A. A is this circle here, right? And B prime is the shaded region. So therefore, this part here we can't use. We can't use this part here, right? So that cannot be shaded for sure. Okay? So let's shade back B prime. B prime was all of these things here, everything. Right? Everything here. But A is only this circle here. So everything out of the circle that we just shaded in the above diagram has to come out of this diagram. So all of these, everything here we can't shade because that doesn't belong to A. The question is asking everything that belongs to A and B prime. So it becomes now just this here. That is all A intersect B prime is. We can't choose this region here because this is part of B, right? B belongs to there as well. So everything that A has that B does not have. That is what that is telling us. Finally, shade the Venn diagram to represent A union B prime. Right, so this now is everything that is not in A union B. So the first thing we need to find is A union B. And we know this. This is actually all of this here that is shared by A union B. That is A union B. A and B put together. So everything that is not there would be simply everything out of the circles, right? So all of these things here, everything here is A union B prime. And I'll erase the purple so you'll see clearly. Right, so that region is A union B prime. Alright. Now, label the following Venn diagram with X's in each region to represent A intersect B union C. So everything in brackets first we need to do first, right? So B union C is everything that is common to B and C. So this is B's circle here. This is C's circle here, right? So everything that is inside them is B union C. Everything. Okay? The question is asking for A intersect that. So therefore we need to find what is common to A and also common to B union C. And we can easily see that in these little shaded, in these little areas here, has A as well as our blue, which was B union C. So that is our answer. So let's erase all of the work in here now. And this had to put X's, so in each little region, right? So X, X, X. So A is included in all of those. This is A's circle here, as well as B and C. Okay? Label the following Venn diagram with X's in each region to represent P prime, union Q, union R. Sounds complicated, but it really isn't. Okay? Now remember there are no brackets here, so we just work left to right, okay? So the first thing to find is P prime. Everything in P prime, everything that is not in P, sorry. So all of this stuff around the circles, P is not a part of that. This part of Q here as well as this part over here, because remember this is P circle here, right? So everything that's not in this circle is P prime. So all of this here is P prime. Everything here. Anything that's not belonging to that circle. The next part is union Q. So therefore, we need to include Q. And we have. This is Q circle here. And since it's union, we include everything that is common to P prime and Q. We're good already. And then union R. So this is R. Okay. Now, what we need to do now, because it is union, it means that we need to include everything in P prime, everything in Q, everything in R together. And remember, the Q also includes this portion here. R includes this portion here. So we need to shade those as well. So P prime union Q union R is everything in P prime, which is nothing in P. But we need to include Q, which has a little bit in P, but because it's union, we need to include both of them. And R has a little bit in P, but we need to include it. If this was P prime intersect Q, intersect R, things would look very different, because it would be things that are common in P prime and Q only, and only the stuff that these two have that R has only. And this would be very, very drastic. Now I don't want to mess up the answer, but you know, I'll do it and I'll draw back the actual answer, okay? In any case, it's a video, so you could always rewind, so it's fine. So P prime, let's do it again. P prime was all of this here, everything that's not in this circle going around here. So all here is P prime, everything P prime. Now we want to get all of these things that Q has as well. Now Q does not have anything over here, does not have anything here, does not have anything there. Q is only here. So since we are intersecting, we need to get rid of all these things that is not in Q, all of these here. And so far we only have this now. Q is only here, and P prime was only here as well. Sorry, we have as well over here, okay? And now we are going to intersect R. So R is this circle here, okay? So because we need to find anything that's common in R and then common in our shared region. Very easy in our Venn diagram. So R is all of these things here, but we only have this little portion here in Q. So we could only shade now this tiny portion. So this is the only region on this Venn diagram that represents P prime intersect Q and intersect R as well. So everything that is common that R has, that Q has, that P prime has. That is the only region in this Venn diagram that shows that, okay? So it can get complicated, so I want you to you could repeat the video, rewind the video, and if you don't understand anything so far, just message me after, okay? And we could do it again. Alright, now they're asking to label the Venn diagram with an X in the region that represents X intersect Y prime intersect Z. Now, I kind of almost did that in the previous question, so we could take another practice of it, right? So, no brackets here, so let's work left to right. Let's find X. So X is this circle here. Boom. So X is everything here. Happy about that. Now we are going to intersect Y prime. Y prime is everything that is not in Y. So we're talking about everything here. Anything that is not in this purple circle here. So all of these things belong to Y prime. Alright, everything out of that Y circle, Y prime. Okay, do we have, now is an intersect, right? So we can't join them up, we need to find what is common. So where does our purple shade intersect with the blue? Right around here, here, here. but not in this region here. All right, we're stopping right around here. So let me erase now, and we'll find out where we are. Erasing. Right. So we had shaded everything except for this region that was not in Y, this region here, right? So now our shaded region becomes just about here. Right, so now we left out this portion of X because that also belongs to Y, and Y prime is everything that is not in Y. So we could not include that part. Now finally, we need to intersect Z. So let's find out where Z is. Z is this circle here. Right, now we are intersecting, right? So we need to find the common shaded region between our previous purple shading and the green shading, and that is this region here. So let's erase again, and we come up with, sorry about that, guys. Yes, so we are ending up now with this tiny area here. That is X intersect Y prime intersect Z. And it's still an X, so I'll just give you an X here. Bam. There we go. So let's move on. Now this, as I said, that's some algebra. We can't do that yet. We'll do that soon. Okay? Okay. Let's do some more shading. In the diagram below, shade the region that represents A union B. Again, I don't know why they're asking us back this. A union B is everything that A has and B has together. Right? Not A intersect B. This is A intersect B. A union B is everything that A and B has together. Right? In the diagram below, shade the region that represents A intersect B prime. So again, let's find A. A is everything in this circle. Bam. B prime is everything that's not in B. B is this circle here. So everything that is not in B is B prime. That's everything under the sun that's not in that purple circle. Purple circle. Right, so where does our shading begin to intersect? Right around this region. I'm drawing it here, but not over here. Right, everything out of that region. So that's the Pac-Man shape we're going to get. So I'm going to erase everything. So intersect means we're only taking what is common between both of those, and that is this portion here. Alright? Because this portion here had a little bit of B, and B prime is everything that's not in B. Okay, I think this is the last page. On the diagram, mark the letter E in the region X intersect Y intersect Z. This is actually quite easy. Right, so let's find X as usual. X is here. Bam. All of these things here. Let's find Y. We'll choose blue for Y. Y is this circle here. Let's shade it. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, before we go to Z, let's find out our X intersect Y. And that's everything with the purple and the blue. And that's everything in the middle in this little region here. That's seed shaped, right? So let's erase. This is our updated drawing now. Right around here is X intersect Y. Okay, that makes sense. If you could imagine the Z was not there, this is just like the A and B. The A intersect B is just the portion in the middle. Now finally, let's intersect Z. Z is the circle here, and everything in here is Z. So everything that is common to the green and the blue is the intersect, and that's this little portion here that looks like a triangle. Okay, so let's erase. And this is the updated shading here. That is X intersect Y intersect Z. And the people said to give us an A, so we're going to give them an A. Bam. And finally, Oh, actually, we have two more parts. Y intersect Z prime. Okay? So, Z prime, everything that's not in Z. Let's find where Z is. Z is here. So Z prime is everything that's not in that shaded region. Okay? Everything else that's not in the purple. And Y, let's find Y. Y is over here. Okay? So we want Y intersect Z prime. Now it's best that I actually shade Z prime so we can see where our where the shading overlaps, right? So I'm going to take off the purple here because it might be a little misleading. So the purple represents Z prime, okay? So Z prime, everything that's not in the circle Z. Everything here. Right, so we can see where our purple and blue overlap. So everything here, but not here, and not here, and not by the A as well, right? So let's erase. Right, so this portion here is Y intersect Z prime, okay? And they said with a B, so we'll put a big B over here in this region. And finally, we have a big one. X union Z intersect Y. So they put a union and an intersect in there for us to try to fool us, okay? So let's find out X union Z first. So X union Z is X and Z combined. So everything there, right? So that is in this circle and this circle. So everything here. X union Z. And finally, intersect Y prime. So we need to intersect wherever Y is not. Okay? So Y is this circle over here. So Y prime is everywhere that is not in Y. Right, so where does our red and blue overlap? In this region here. Bam. This region here. Bam. Alright, so that's erased. So this region here and also this region here. So it's everything that is in X and Z combined, and we're taking out the part that Y has because Y prime is everything that's not in Y. So this part, and this part has a bit of Y in it. So it can't be included. Okay, and what did they say to do? Oh, did I set shade? Oh. So we need to shade and mark with the letter C. So this is C. Oops. So this is C, this is C, this is C. Alright, and we also needed to shade, so that part was B. Okay? And that is as hard as set notation will ever get you. Apart from the algebra that we'll do when we actually finish algebra. We'll come back to that topic, okay? So I hope everybody understood this short little video. And again, if you have any questions, just WhatsApp me. Thanks.